everybody, welcome back to a sweat bucket here in Florida, outside of Jacksonville. The what is really spectacular vintage Italian, British, and American rally car collection belonging to Mr. John Campion. And this is Andrew, John's engineer, here to keep all these finicky Italian rally cars working right. This is a beautiful, freshly restored Alfa Romeo Giulia GT.
Yes.
Race car.
Oh yeah.
Which is a fresh restoration, right?
Fresh restoration.
So, what was the purpose of the restoration? To make it like it was, or to modernize it a bit, or what?
Modernize it and be pretty.
Modernize it. Okay. So, handpick the elements that would make for the coolest, prettiest Alfa GT experience, basically.
New paint, new motor, new tranny,
wider fenders,
wider wheels,
gutted interior, cage,
noisy.
So what motor is it?
It's a 1.6.
1.6, four-cylinder. 5-speed gearbox.
5-speed gearbox.
Rear wheel drive. And let's see what it's like. I'm excited. The last time I drove one of these, it was incredible. An easy, forgiving car to drive.
When did you drive
I drove one of these about 6 months ago. Owned by the Petrolicious guys, if you know them.
Oh yeah, I do know them. We know Petrolicious.
Yeah, off-sheet. The seating position in this is great. The wheel's right where I want it for fast driving.
I love the wheel.
It's a great little dish on it. Got some, I've got leg room, which is a nice treat. Normally I don't get these sorts of things. Oh, and it's a clear road. All right, I'm gonna mob this.
Yeah. Pedal to the floor.
The pedal to the clutch pedal.
Yeah, clutch pedal to the floor.
It makes all the right noises, this one. You know, I wish I could talk about handling and grip, but as you can see, we're in Florida. And this is literally the best driving road for miles. So, well, yeah, feels pretty good right here.
Landed pretty well.
It's got good steering. It's not too heavy. Is this what, 2,500 pounds, 2,600 pounds?
If that.
But that's the floorboard. That's flat. I'm on it. Go, go, go. Cars are coming up in value really quick, which is part of my hypothesis that cars become really valuable once they're pretty enough that you don't remember how badly they perform. It's all about the sound and the look. That's it, really, right?
Well, John likes to say things like it's a lot more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is to drive a really fast car slow.
It is, except when you live in Florida.
Except when you live in Florida.
When you have no corners, you need 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
Oh, the brake pedal feels good, nice and tight. Go, go, go! So this thing has what, 1,800 miles on it since the restoration? Is that it?
Oh God, it doesn't even have that.
Not even that?
I'd say it has 100 miles on it since the restoration.
Oh, 100?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
so
yeah.
it really is a fresh restoration.
Yeah, this is fresh. It's got the braking oil in it.
Oh. I love these GTVs. Something about the suspension geometry, like they can be stiff and ride well at the same time. Is it double wishbone? How does that? What is it about this car that makes it do that?
I'm actually not sure, which is terrible. I should know that. But I don't believe. Yeah, I know. I don't believe it is double wishbone actually, which is even more surprising how it rides as well as it does.
Hello, officer. 120 horsepower, whatever this
Right.
is making. It feels like you couldn't, with modern tires, you couldn't break them loose.
If it had 600 or so ish, it would really be fun.
Well, you seen those Alfaholics ones?
Oh my god.
They're like 200 horsepower. This has the sound. What should the red line be on this car?
I'm pretty sure it's around 75, 8 grand, so it should take it up to that.
Just flat and forth.
Yeah.
5,500. Come on, there's 6. 6,000. Anybody see 7? 7 in the room. Yeah, how about 65? Give me 65. It's got 6. It's got 6.
Of course, that is about as accurate as
Attack is doing this.
Right,
So
right.
Right now I'm at 4,000 or maybe 4,500. I'm
Right.
not sure. Couldn't tell you. I like the pedal spacing in this though. This is good for for a little heel toe and
Yeah,
action.
so you know how to do that well.
Yeah, you.
Others have tried, and there's a different noise the car makes.
I guess I'll go through. We'll go through the gravel. Rally
Sure.
car. This is Florida right here. The white
This is
gravel.
Florida.
You only get white gravel in Florida. And that's not being racist. That's being factual. This car, I'll be honest, this car does not have a good idle. Like, that's not an inspiring idle. You
No,
gotta,
it's very strange.
you gotta wind it out, right? The
Yep.
idle's not very good. We'll let this car clear, and we'll wind out all the gears. Here's what it sounds like going through 4 gears full throttle. Sounds good.
This is good for this car. It needs to be driven.
I like this. I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't love an extra 50 horse. Historically, though, this is such a cool car. I mean, I know it's not a real, a lot of John's cars have very interesting stories, but the Alfa GT, this car as a car, not this one, has such a good story with the 2-liter Trans Am racing and all that stuff, taken into the American cars in the late 60s and 70s with like no displacement, showing America what handling was. That was good.
Right.
That was good for our country.
That's a good way to put it.
Cars like this and the 2002 and that Lancia. I wonder if you could set up that Lancia motor for rear-wheel drive in the engine bay of this. That would be interesting. Oh, I'm going to want to make a pass, but I'm not going to be able to get by. I'm going to have to get a run-up at him. What's your favorite thing about this car?
I really like the driver's position, like you were saying, the heel toe gas. I love the steering wheel. I love the way the shifter is laid out. Like you said, I just wish it had a little more power.
The shifter's like almost horizontal.
Right.
If you see one of these cars that has a full interior, it almost comes out of the dashboard. And it's like, the 3/4 shift is almost like activating the flaps on an airplane or something.
Yeah, I never thought I would like that kind of a horizontal style or shifter, but after driving it for a while, you get used to it and it's kind of fun.
I'm gonna have to wait for a passing zone. But yeah, no, it's weird at first, but it grows on you very
It's like
quickly.
an old Shelby GT350.
Yeah.
It grows on you.
And then, the Cobra had the reverse one.
Oh, yeah.
The old Cobras had a reversed Mustang shifter.
But it was cool, It was like fun to drive like that.
It's so interesting, these old cars, the old 4-cylinders compared to like the newer ones. none of these old cars are happy below $3,000.
None of them.
You gotta wind them all out. Like a new car, even a new race car, you could probably drive around at $3,000
Sure.
and be okay.
It's all that wonderful new tech fuel injection.
Right? I need a nice passing zone to wind this thing out. The back offer and so this is straight cut gears, right?
No, not at all.
Oh,
it's
what
synchro.
car did you say had straight cut gears?
Oh, the
hydraulic?
Yeah, the Delta
okay.
Integrale. Yep.
So it's not. It's just a little. You gotta ease it in.
Yeah. No, this has synchro.
Oh, I thought there was a passing zone coming up. No, there is. Come on. Nope. 110 horsepower was not gonna do that one. I was like, hey, we're friends with the cops today. I can make passes. Nope. I'm gonna go for one. This is full throttle, 4th gear. Got one. How about two? Humada two. Humada two.
I think we got it.
We got all three. Yeah, buddy. Flat to the floor and 4th. Go.
That's what it should sound like right there.
Yeah, now it's happy.
Yeah.
6,400 RPM, flat in 4th gear. Is this what we call a break-in procedure?
This is a break-in procedure. This is an Italian break-in procedure.
Wow, I'm glad I got to end it with that 30 seconds of flat in 4th. Well, this is a lovely car. It's not very fast, but it's very pretty. It feels good. Good steering. Good pedal response. Good brakes. Good-ish brakes. Good grip. Really unhappy below 3,000 RPM. You gotta wind it out. A lot of these old Alfas are like that. Sorry about that one. That was a slightly missed rev match. Wow. Well, how cool is that? Alfa Romeo GT. Oh,
no, that's okay.
Let's let that keep running. It'll.
It might die just because it's hot. Carbureted.
Dude, these cars in Florida.
Yep,
what is up with Florida and these cars?
They hate
well,
the
look.
heat.
I mean, obviously you can't just coast in and clutch in. You have to let them. Man, they're meant for the north of Italy, not the south of Florida.
Nope.
Well, that was super cool. I mean, look, if I'm building one of these, if I'm going to go all the way, as it seems John has, I'm spending an extra 10 for another 50 horsepower. Yep. That's what I would personally do. But what a neat piece, and it feels like what it must be like to drive a brand new one of these. Wow. Very cool.
Much.
We have more, believe it or not, even more cars from the collection of John Campion. And you gonna keep joining us, Andrew?
Oh, I'm absolutely.
If you don't disappear from the heat.
No, I'm good to go.
We're all gonna melt out here. But this was awesome, and I appreciate it. Hit the links in the description to see more about what John is about, his other cars, etc. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.